This is the journey about how I ended up hiking on the side of a mountain on a random pull-off.
Are you ready to go to a hot spring?
To get the journey started off this weekend, we left super early Friday right after work and then camped out at this Walmart overnight. Then we ended up getting some things for Walmart for our road trip. It was about a 3-hour road trip or so. So Jordan and I are somewhere in the mountains. Actually, I'm not sure where. Just at some pull-off. And she brought her snowboard. And I guess she's gonna snowboard on this random mountain. How about that drop-off? I don't know. So unfortunately, I do not have a snowboard or skis or anything, so I am unable to ski back down, unfortunately. It was my intention to go get some water out of the river just because I wanted some river water, but it turns out this section of the river is completely frozen over, so I won't be getting any water from this point. And because I don't have anything, because I don't have any skis or a snowboard, and I keep falling knee to hip deep in the snow, I'm literally just walking on my knees right now. Look at this. But yeah, I was in it for fun. It was a nice trek. It's pretty solid going up the hill. Oh, until it's not. Jordan has the puppies. Honestly, I really wish I had like, that was knee deep. That was thigh deep actually. Oh man, covered my little fingers. So basically the whole entire goal of this trip is to make it to Penny Hot Springs. And Penny Hot Springs is off Highway 133. I'm a little winded right now. I'm from Florida. I'm not really used to the altitude. If you keep up on my TikTok, then you know that I was altitude sick my first week here and we couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. Jordan's putting on her snowboard now. She hasn't even made it to the top of the ridge. I wonder if she has called it quits. Anyways, I'm going to hike back to the RV, warm up, make some dinner, and then I think we're going to head to a pull-off that is right by the hot spring. The hot spring is 100% free. It's off the highway. It's just, you just have to find it. And it's one of the few raw natural hot springs that you can go to that do not have a vigorous hike. It's literally just right off the highway. Oh my god, let's look at Jordan. Oh god. Oh god. Hey yo! Hey girls. Hi Indy. Hi baby. Oh god. Where is this water you speak of?
It's on the other side.
Where?
Go that way.
Oh wow. Okay, well I don't want to fall in that. I did successfully end up getting some water, but by the time I made it up this crazy trek, I had drank all of my water. And as you can see, we are kind of struggling to go up this mountain because there are tons of what I called little pitfalls where I would be walking on solid ground and then all of a sudden I would just fall through. Jordan did her best to hike up as far of the mountain as she could, and then she snowboarded down. She also was having trouble climbing up the mountain, so she didn't go all the way to the top, just about halfway. And we came and jumped this fence on the way down, and it was a lot easier coming down than it is going up. And then we also had to get the dogs over the fence, and for some reason this part of the fence was a lot higher. One by one, we lifted up the dogs and tossed them over the fence so that we could hike back to the RV. Indy was a lot easier to lift over because she is a puppy. It did take us a little bit more muscle with Lilo. At this point, it got really steep to the point where we're literally having to crawl up the mountain, and it took so much energy. By the time we got to this flat portion, we just needed a breather, so we just laid on the side of the mountain for a few minutes and caught our breath because we were winded. It was literally such a beautiful mountain, as you guys can see, and there was literally no people around except for a few cars that passed by, so I would definitely recommend this. It was just a few miles after Penny's Hot Springs, so if you go and look up Penny Hot Springs, then you'll be able to find right where we were if you just travel about a couple miles south. Not only was this really good exercise for us, it was really good exercise for the dogs. It's really an amazing thing that they can come with us on these fantastic little hikes. I wish my cats could. And once we got back to our cars, we decided to get undressed and go warm up in the RV. For the past few weeks prior to us coming out here and adventuring, there has been quite an abundance of snowstorms, so everything was covered in this beautiful blanket of snow, and it was such a fantastic adventure that I was not expecting to go on at all. We were truly here strictly for the hot springs, but this day it was so busy that we decided to just hang out and adventure around, just so that the next day we go to the hot springs, hopefully there's less people. After a long day of hiking, this is where we set up camp for the night. So I got no footage of me at the hot springs today for you guys. Honestly, I wasn't even sure if we were gonna go, and it was so cold and windy, but I got a whole bunch of TikToks, so I'll show you guys a little bit of where we went. But now I'm currently filling up water from the river because this water is so good. On the hike that we did earlier, I hiked down to the river, drank all of the water, and didn't have anything to show for it. So we pulled off on the side of the road so I could get myself some more river water. Oh, it's so clear and delicious. You got it? You ate it all gone, Bean?
It's on your lips, bro. In your beard. In your beard.
After a long weekend filled with hiking and hot springs, it's time for us to head back to the center of Colorado so that I can continue my journey as a traveling phlebotomist. Just about every weekend, we like to try and get out of town and go see something fun, so I will catch you on the next adventure that we go on. See you next time. Bye.